And welcome back, Tankers. This is Mr. Kasarian, and today we are looking at the AMX 10P Infantry Fighting Vehicle. This is the first of the tanks in the line of Shishkin's fire support vehicles, leading to the BMDs, the Bradley, the Ramco Warrior, and eventually the Tier 9 BMP T-72. So, what is the history of this vehicle? Well, this vehicle was developed after 1965 to replace the AMX VCI. It's amphibious, and it is armed with a 20mm automatic cannon. Yeah. So, it has some pretty good abilities. It's amphibious, so the protection is really only against small arms bullets and artillery shell fragments. It's still in service with the French, so I guess it's pretty good. There's also a kit to give it ERA. It's presently serving with the French Army, Bosnia and Herzegovina, the Indonesian Marine Corps, the Royal Moroccan Army, the Qataris, the Saudi Arabians, the UAE. It used to be deployed by the Hellenic Army, the Iraqis, and Singapore, but the Greeks and the Singaporeans both retired it, and all Iraqi vehicles were destroyed or scrapped. So, let's take a good look at it. Alright, let's open up Wolfie. Yeah, alright, fine. And let's compare it to the XM800T, because that's a vehicle I've actually worked with, though this isn't the fully upgraded version, because I sold mine. So, let's look at the upgrades on the XM800T. And we'll pull up the AMX 10P to go alongside of it. Okay, so, Recon Pack gives it extra 40 meters. Okay. So if we look at this versus the MX, when holding still, it has 880 view range, versus this thing's 450. So if the AMX is moving, it has a better view range than the XM800. But if this is still, it has a better view range. The XM800 has a better view range. Damage and pen, you have a bit more damage and a bit more pen on the gun here, though actually you're firing the same round. The DM. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. So with the AMX, you have a bit more damage, a bit more pen than the stock, but comparing it to the APFSDS, same. Okay. So it's still a bit more damage, a bit more pen on the with using the DM63. So if we go back to looking at the XM800, rate of let's see. Damage per minute's a little higher on the AMX. Reload time is the same, bit higher rate of fire, but then again, this is modified, and this one isn't. You have a bit more hit points, and a little bit more frontal armor on the hull. 48 versus 15, these are both military aluminum. Turret has a bit more armor all around, you actually have armor on the rear turret. And yeah, so this is a bit better protected, not by much. The XM800, though, is a lot faster, 88.2 versus 64.8, and the XM800 accelerates faster as well. It also has better gun depression, worse accuracy though, and your aim time's better, and your turret traverse is better on the AMX. Partially because you just have a remote weapon system on the AMX, whereas this is a full-on turret. So don't be expected to pen anyone through the front on this tank. You are a side hunter. Get side shots, top shots, rear shots. Don't expect to pen MBTs from the front. On the other hand, you are lethal. You have a very high rate of fire. You are very, very lethal in combat. Remember that and don't forget it. Okay, this is a fire support vehicle, or, well, it's a AFV Infantry Fighting Vehicle, so it has the scouting capability. Remember, you can scout with this. That's your job. You can mark targets. Use that ability. Please use that ability. And let's take a look at what we have for crew and upgrades. All right, service. I'm running Washington because it's Washington, and of course you're going to run Washington in this vehicle. Crew. Off-road driving, and I gave him explosive shells to improve module damage. I wouldn't do that. I'd probably switch this back over to rapid fire, I think. Well, I can leave it where it is and just give him... Yeah, I'd probably retrain this guy, to be honest. Secondary skills, I'd get probably smooth ride, and then for the loader, I'd probably do rapid fire and then quick draw, I suspect. Standard consumable kit, retrofits. I have the gyro stabilizers for boosted rate of fire and aim time, and the hull reinforcement to give me a little bit more HP. You know, just to avoid getting killed quite as much. Other than that, it's an IFV. I mean, hit from the side, hit from the rear, take them out where they least expect it. Let's watch how this thing works in action now. I know I'm breezing through this, but honestly, there isn't a lot with this vehicle. It's an armored fighting vehicle. It's an AFV. Your job is to sneak in, do a lot of damage, and kill them. So I'm low tier in this match, along with a T-62. I'm competing with a T-64 and a swing fire. Oh, the swing fire. So hopefully we can get some damage done. Well, I know exactly how this turns out, and I do get some damage done. Quite a lot of damage done. Let me briefly see here if I can change this up for a second. Yeah, alright, so it isn't showing it. That's too bad. I wish it did, but apparently not. So we're waiting for start. We got everyone connected now, and we're going to start wrecking things. Pretty good as far as I'm concerned. I don't have a lot of HP, but I have some. I have more than the Gavostiga. That's for certain. And I think that swing fire has a little bit more than I do. No, he has less than I do. Heh. Poor guy.
We don't have a lot of time.
Alright, so we're getting started and we're rolling off. So this is an armored fighting vehicle. It's tracked. And you're going to see what this 20mm gun can do when it gets into range of an enemy. So there's a leopard out there, and I can't really pen him. You know, this map's hard at this stage. There we go. I get some damage on him. I found a weak spot. Swing fire takes him out with a missile. I see this AMX. He's my lunch. BMD-1, he's also my lunch. Here we go, I was in my 6-second reload cycle there. And now I'm going to fire on this, try and get a shot into the blind console. But already took him out for me.
Damn, we thought it would be less guarded.
Yeah. Alright, so we're going to roll up. I'm trying to stick close to my fire support here. I don't want to get completely out of the line, so I'm going to zip up this way. Now, I know I'm going to probably run into enemies up here. I know that. Oh, I know it. I'm going to take a right-hand turn.
The PLM is sitting in the government's
BMP-1
emergency supply.
Now, I think the AI is having issues with blender pressure right now because it couldn't quite get a shot at me. I bounced some shots, but I take them out. You saw how much I just poured out there. Just thud, 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 thud. That's the AMX 10P. That's what it is. And I'm going to come up here and say, hey guys. I sit here and I shoot you. Hey, OF40. I'm in my reload cycle. He misses me. And now I see the Sheridan. I think I take a hit there, but it isn't bad. And I can't quite get the line on the Sheridan, so I'm going to open up instead on the Scorpion. Our swing fire's having fun up north. And I'm getting some rounds on this BMP-2. I decide, you know what? Forget the BMP-2. That Sheridan is mine. Now, I really should have just stayed up here, to be honest with you. But I decided, you know what? I'm going to go southbound, and I'm going to try and support the push on the cap. Actually, I should have stayed up there, because that would have been silly. I should have come up here with the swing fire and fired down like this, and just sat next to the swing fire and supported from up there. But I decided, no, you know what? I'm just going to roll down this way. This is going to be the better way to do it. So I'm rolling down here. And I'm actually, what I'm doing right now is I'm hunting for that,
They're destroying the city. We have to make sure they stop.
I see the starship. I'm hunting for the secondary. I see the starship back there, and I'm like, let's fire. Yeah, it's not working. I just can't get damage on him. But I see the PAC 90. And him I can get damage on. I take a couple of pot shots at the starship as well. I get a mark on him. That no one takes any advantage of. Not really. And so what I'm doing here is kind of what you have to do in this vehicle. I'm hanging back behind our MPT. And I'm just trying to put rounds on target. Excuse me. Excuse me. Pollen. I fire a bit more at the starship. I decide, you know, this is just not going to work. That thing just has too good armor, and I'm out at too far range to actually find any weak spots on it. So I'm going to ignore him, and I'm going to go this way. Because I have a supply truck to kill. I think I go into reload. Yep. I just said, you know what, I'm just going to roll over it. And I take up position right here. Now, let's speed this up a bit, because I spent a bit of time trying to find a good firing position. I don't realize that these are barriers with chains in between them that I can't get through.
We will send someone good.
We took out the supply trucks, that's nice. Someone's signaling for someone to get in the cap circle. I'm trying to find a place where I can sneak through and get a good firing range, but not really. And now wait.
Company. Sam's are on the...
Alright. Oops, not what I wanted. There we go. So now we're looking at the glide panzer, and he gets taken down. So we wait. Aha, Pack 90. I can't see him. I don't have a shot on from this position. But I get a shot on the M109. I consider that a good day. So I'm going to come over here. I'm like, well, can I shoot you from over where I'm sitting now? Maybe. There you go. Found you. And a BMD-1? Wow. My lucky day. Ooh, Begleitpanzer. Nom nom nom. Yeah, that's how you play this thing. You find targets out on the side and you just eat them. Like, well, I'll back up here a little bit. I get a little stuck there. I come all the way back up here. I know I'm not going to be able to hit that Sheridan. But I can definitely pour fire into that BMP-1. I'm waiting to see if I can hit that Sheridan. There we go. I can. And that's game.
Losing their ordnance should be a heavy blow to the PLS.
Yeah.
They won't be blowing up anything for a while.
That is a lot of firepower. It isn't that tough, right? It doesn't have that much capability to take up damage. And it's not that fast, but what it does do is it pours on the fire. It absolutely pours on the fire. All right. That mission, teamwork and shooter. Details, or teams rather. You can see I came in second on XP because he just got way more spots than I did. But I came in first by a long shot on damage. Almost the next two guys combined. Alright, and this T-62 was useless. Just straight up. Alright, so let's get involved in a live recording PvE match. So, as an IFV, as a recon vehicle, as a scout, it is your job to ensure that you wipe out, that you don't die, all right? But you want to do a lot of damage. PvE is about doing damage. You want to make sure that you do a lot of damage before they take you down, because they will kill you. They will kill you. There is no way around this. You will more often than not eventually die in an AMX 10P. That's not true. There is a very high likelihood in PvE that you will get killed. In PvP, there's even better likelihood. But here we go. This is the AMX 10P, and we're going to roll her out. 23, 22, 21. Standing by, stand by, stand by. Now, I'm going to be on helicopter killing duty. I know I am. Because I'm faster than everyone else is. And I hate helo duty. Because it takes me out of the main fight. I have to go running around, killing
Black
things.
Company.
Well, this game
Your
isn't
mission
too bad.
today is to retrieve the nuclear missiles
There,
and their launch codes.
and then north of us.
They are
which
being
is-
transported in the wrecked cargo ship along the shore. The lines of neck will know you're on the way. And
It
the
looks like one of our
resistance will be
leopards is going up that way, which
heavy. Once
is
everything is in your
handy.
possession, you must contact us immediately with a... Good luck. Black Company. The lines of neck will have stolen some valuable intel regarding our
So we're
future
going to hold
operations.
still here for a little bit.
Find them and destroy them before they can escape. And there's the wreck.
Identify
Hold
target.
the area long enough
Found
for
one.
missiles to get loaded up and ready to move.
Ricochet, no effect. Target eliminated. Good hit. Target eliminated.
And that's 2 kills. You have a much faster reload rate on this tank, so you can actually afford to do things like, you know,
Identify.
got another one over here.
Good hit. Enemy destroyed.
And of course I flubbed that shot.
Identify target.
Nailed up. Hostile tank. Target eliminated. Incoming. Direct hit. Ricochet. Good ricochet, no effect.
And he's dead. We have another MBT down here.
Penetrated. Ricochet.
You know what? I found your cupola. And so now we're going to move to the south, because I am going to have to go and hunt down that target there.
Ricochet, no effect. Target destroyed.
And I'm sitting out at 33 of something. Now you can see our buddies over there are, heaven knows where they're going. I just have no idea what they're doing.
Target locked on. Good hit. No effect. Target locked on. Good hit. Good hit.
Now I'm into my reload cycle. Ow.
Incoming. Nailed up. Target destroyed.
All right. Warheads and
And
codes
someone
are in
actually
our
got the
possession.
helo down there.
Head to the comm tower.
That's
relay the
pretty
codes
good,
to them.
actually. I wasn't expecting someone to
You're
actually
going
get
to
that
need
for
to
me.
power up the generator to get the
We
tower
have already?
working.
No. Okay. Alright, so here's the major issue here. Oh, they're already positioned. That's why they went up here. Okay.
Identify target.
No effect. Penetrated. Hostile. Target down. Target locked. Target hit.
Ow.
Direct hit.
Generating no flash, encrypting and sending data. Hold the area.
Alright, so we're gonna have to repair.
Penetrated. It's fixed. Moving out.
Whoever killed him, thank you, because that was getting nasty. So now I'm gonna hang back here a little bit.
Identify target.
Hostile tank. Direct hit. Good hit. Target down.
I can pour fire to that scorpion.
Great job, Black Company. Our secrets have been buried with the thieves.
Penetrated. Target eliminated.
Why do they never sit out like that when I'm hunting already? Like, when I have a mission and I'm in my light tank, they never sit out like that. When I'm in my IFV, they just sit there going, no. Please kill me over here. How am I doing? Good, I'm leaving. Now I have a couple seconds. I know I have a couple seconds here. So I'm going to take the opportunity to reload.
Nailed up. Good hit. No bend. Target down. No effect. Target locked.
Identify.
Hostile PC. Up.
So now I'm going to zip over here.
Target locked.
Identify target.
Hostile tank.
Okay, so he just fired.
Target locked. Target hit.
Okay, so now we're switching
good.
over again.
The transport is waiting for us on a beach at the west side of the island. No time to waste.
Still leading.
Move
Not
out.
quite as fantastic as the last time I did this. We're not going to go straight down there. That is usually suicidal. I can do that in an MBT. In this thing, I'm not even going to try it. Okay, we found him.
Direct hit.
I'm in my reload phase. He's going around the side of the island.
Hostile tank.
And they are all behind me. They are... I found them all.
Incoming! Driver, move! They hit our track! Target took hit. Ricochet, no effect. Target hit.
There's the threat. Hold the area and fight the all attackers. The missiles have been loaded and are safely away.
Target locked on. Incoming! Direct hit. Incoming enemy destroyed. No effect. Ricochet, no effect.
That is not the kind of fight I want to be in with that guy. So I'm going to pull it back. Turn myself around. AMX is dead on me already. Ow.
No bend. Ricochet.
I'm going to reload it. And I'm going to pull it back. I can't fight that. Unless he moves around a bit, I can't fight him. That is not in my job description. What I can do is I can engage the Scorpion.
Penetrated. Target destroyed.
And there's a T-54 behind me, and I'm getting hit from God knows where.
We nailed him.
Target locked on. Nailed him.
I'm gonna die. Yep, I'm dead. So, that is what happens. I mean, I did 6,703 points of damage, and I killed 13 tanks. Now, I didn't do most of the damage on all those, but I killed 13 tanks. Alright? This isn't... Where the hell... Oh, that's what the problem is. We have a Type 69-2 who isn't doing anything.
You've done well, Black Company.
Well,
Bring
we
us
won.
home our fire.
Alright, we won. That Type 69-2 wasn't doing anything, I don't think. Let's see, he could have been sniping, but... From that range? T-69-2? He couldn't have been. Like, that's just not... I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe if that was a Typhoon or something, maybe? Maybe? Even then, those are some pretty long-range shots for him to be taking. Alright, so let's see how we did. We blue starred. We died, and we still got a blue star. And shooter. Team, I did more damage than anyone else. I got more spots than anyone else. More kills, and as many assists. And I tied with 3 other people for top assists. Yeah, so... AMX 10P. It's a good tank. It's a good tank. That Type 69 apparently was doing something. I don't know what he was doing, but he was doing something. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this, found it useful, please let me know. Give me a like, comment, subscribe, or share it with your friends. I like that too. If you didn't, let me know what I'm doing wrong, and I'll fix it. Or try to at least. Anyways, as always, good hunting.